right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out. Valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count. Cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey. Four down.
Jackson now. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney! Kill! Turn up! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
On second down, Jackson rolling to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Now Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Leopard! Leopard!
Jackson on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On second down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. A big play here for the Bills. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing now is Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On first and goal, Howard. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
There's a quarterback sneak, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. First down, Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throw left side complete. It's Bird. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen on first and 10. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And here's Allen to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Lucky 56.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete. A former 1st-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Flush to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That's throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to go deep for Conley and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go now.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. On the comebacker, complete. It's George. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
319. 319.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. It's George. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the gun, Jackson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. Oh, now he bowls him over. A gain of 32 that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down. With a nice throw.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Try to punch it in with Howard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
He'll get it up the middle. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense coming out, ready to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, now look at 56.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Bud Dupree in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, they run with Howard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey. 4 down.
Here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take
Catch
away
the
all
ball.
the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Skirts by him at the 35. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They run with Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From midfield, here's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bird. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Allen now on 1st down. And they're going 16-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
The Bills on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To the air, Allen. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue landed.
One final try here for Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Anthony Averett picks it. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Again, it's Howard. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along? Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it? I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hey, watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Right back to him on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Leopard!
Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to go deep down. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, Allen. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Now Allen throwing again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, That rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly.